Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is virtual learning system of Pakistan International School, Taif. For good health, stay home, stay safe. My dear students, we are going to start today and we will continue the chapter number 7. This is grade 9, subject Geography of Pakistan in lieu of Urdu, chapter 7, population. This is my 8th lecture. I am your subject teacher, Muhammad Yunus. Dear students, I will revise the previous lecture. In previous lecture, we have studied about the population, definition of population, causes of rapid growth, causes of high birth rate, distribution of rural and urban population, densely populated areas, sparsely populated areas. So, today we will study about the urbanization. The process by which the population migrate from rural to urban areas is called urbanization. Another way we can define it as it is a process by which towns and cities are formed and become larger as more people begin living and working in central areas. Urban growth is not a peculiar phenomenon in Pakistan because there is a similar urbanization taking place all over the world. The ratio of urban population in Pakistan is still very low, since about 70% of the population live in villages. Now we will study about the causes of urbanization. The following are some of the factors for the migration of people from the rural areas to the urban area. Dear students, urbanization in very simple way, we can say that is the movement of the people from rural to urban areas to search their needs. So we will study now causes of urbanization. Number 1, people move from urban to rural to urban areas in search of jobs. After the establishment of Pakistan, the industrial progress began and the people from rural areas started leaving their villages in search of jobs. Number 2, the best facilities of health and education. Education and health facilities in the cities attracted the people from villages because there are more facilities than the rural areas. Comforts of the city life. The basic needs of the people like electricity, water supply, recreation centers cause the great influx into the towns because all these facilities are available there, so the people are attracted from the rural areas. Number 4, hidden employment of rural areas. On account of mechanization of agriculture, Less people are required for farming activities. Therefore, a great number of peasants are rendered spare and jobless, who migrated to urban places in search of jobs. Because more people living are in our urban areas and they link with the agriculture sectors. So more people are doing work, but there is no need more peoples. The peoples are looking, doing some work, but actually they have no need there. So those people are known as hidden employment. Next, change of profession from agriculture to banking, transport, etc. Some people are changing their pursuits from agriculture to banking, transport, and other professions, so they leave their villages and move to the towns. Dear students, this is the picture of the urbanization in Pakistan. When the peoples come in the cities, they are settled there, not in the planned way, but they are making their house as a temporary house, which are very dangerous for the life of the people. Next topic, that is problems of urbanizations. The problems associated with urbanization are: number one, high population density. Because people are moving more and more, so the settlement becomes thick and then the population density becomes high. Number two, inadequate infrastructure. Because there are the more population, so infrastructure is insufficient for the people. Number three, lack of affordable housing. Due to the more population, due to the movement of more population of cities become more and the housing are not affordable by the people. Next, unemployment. When there will be more population moving from rural area to the urban areas, then there will be the less chances of the employment. Next, the pollution. More people or the more population, you can say, make the pollution in the environment. Next, slums creation. More populated areas near the city without any comforts of the city life. And they make their houses temporary, and those houses which are located near the city, they are known as the slums. Crime rate increase. When there will be more people, no job, then the people will try to earn with illegal means. So they will not obey the law. The crimes will increase. Poverty. Mostly people are poor in our country. So they want to earn. So they are moving towards the urban areas. So then there will be the more people and they cannot earn something, they can become poor. This is the chart of the problems associated with the rapid urbanization. Dear students, in the center there are the urban issues, the urban problems. You have studied before this in the previous page, just like education. There will be the lack of the education facilities if there will be the more population. Sanitation problem will also created. Sanitation means cleaning, supply of the water, and other services which are done by the local government, just like all those work in the cities which are done by here, like Baladia. When there will be the more people, then there will be the health problems also be created, and also environmental quality will be the low when there will be the more people will come in the cities. Similarly, employment, that will be also a big problem of the employment, because there are the more people than the jobs. Transport facilities will be also less with respect to the people coming from rural area to the urban area. Similarly, there will be the shortage of the houses, and also there will be no good environment. There will be the congestion. There can be some diseases related to the respiratory system. So all these are those problems which are associated with the rapid urbanization. My dear students, next topic is solution of the problem of urbanization. Then how can we minimize these problems? Number one, providing the job for rural population in their own neighborhood. It is the duty of the government to provide the job the people who are living in the rural areas in their same places. Number two, there must be more road can be built, so the people living in rural area can connect themselves with the urban areas for their basic need of life. They can come and go back within time. They can bring their agricultural products in the market in time. So there must be a good road. It is the need of time. Number three, providing self-employment opportunity by giving. It is the duty of the government to provide them the soft loans so that the people can start their own business in their rural areas, providing medical and educational facilities in rural areas. If the people have good medical facilities and the educational institutions in their own areas, then they cannot come, then you can say, in the urban areas. Industrialists encouraged to set up factories in rural areas. It is also the duty of the government to encourage the industrialists so that they can set their industries in the rural areas. If there will be the industries in rural areas, that is very good for the industrialists because they can get the raw material nearby. And the people living in the rural areas, they can get the jobs in those factories. And so we can solve these problems of the urbanization. Dear students, occupation and employment. A man who is working any type for the earning, that is his occupation. And similarly, that is also his employment. In Pakistan, There are two types of the settlements, two types of the areas. Number one, rural areas, and number two, urban areas. Here we will study which type of the occupations of the people have in rural areas and the urban areas. In rural areas, the village community consists of two different classes, agricultural and non-agricultural class. The agricultural class includes Zimidar, landowner, farmer, and tenant. The typical farmer is deeply attached to his belongings. He is normally involved in disputes and pays frequently visits to the court of law. Second type of the rural areas, according to the occupation, that is non-agricultural class. The non-agricultural class includes washermen, barber, tailors, and blacksmiths, and similar other village workers, companies. This class plays an important role in the village life by providing essential services to the local community. Now, student, second group according to area, that is the urban area. Urban life in Pakistan is varied. It includes businessmen, teachers, doctors, engineers, industrialists, and the lawyers. It lacks the unity and uniformity of the rural life. Cities are inhabited mostly by businessmen, laborers, lawyers, doctors, teachers, and industrialists. Living in the cities is comfort but expensive. The people living in the cities are politically more conscious. Dear students, next topic is characteristics of Pakistan's population. Number one, high growth rate among the developing countries. The growth rate of population of Pakistan is the highest among the developing countries. It was 3.1% during the period of 1972 to 1981. According to the results of the census of 1998, the percent growth rate has decreased to 2.61%. Second, 40% of population is under the age of 15. The ratio of infants is also on the increase. Nearly 40% of the people are under the age of 15 years. Number three, joint family system. It is also the characteristic of Pakistan's population. The ratio of wage earners in Pakistan is less than that in many other countries. Most of the women folk in our country are not allowed to undertake any employment. Joint family system is a common practice in Pakistan, and mostly one person supports the other member of the family who themselves do nothing. Number four, more population depend upon agriculture. The great majority of population that is depend on agriculture is either unemployed or semi-employed. Number five, low literacy rate. Most of the population is illiterate. The literacy rate was 26% which has increased to 36% in 98. Number 6, high rate of unemployment. A large part of population is jobless. Pakistan government is striving seriously to create job opportunities to reduce unemployment. Dear students, here are also the characteristics of Pakistan population. Number 7, lack of resources in rural areas. On account of lack of resources in the rural areas, there is a growing trend of villagers to migrate to city. Number 8, birth rate as well as death rate is comparatively high. The birth rate as well as the death rate is comparatively high in Pakistan, but the improved public health methods, better diet, higher income, etc., have lowered the mortality rate. This has resulted a sharp increase in population size. Number 9, uneven density of population. Not in only Pakistan, but all over the world, everywhere there is low the number of the people are living same. The density of population in Pakistan is not even. Some parts are sparsely populated, while others are very thickly populated areas. Thickly populated areas are those where the more necessities of life are available for the people, while there are the less necessities of life, there will be less population. Dear students, problem of the population or the problem of overpopulation, it is absolutely correct when it is said more people, more population. So we will discuss here what are the problems of overpopulation or the more population. Number 1, if there will be more population, then there will be the shortage of food. Also, there will be shortage of housing. Number 3, shortage of supply of clean water. Number 4, unemployment. Number 6, economic instability. Number 7, shortage of education and health facilities. Number 8, loss of forest. Because when there will be all the more population, all these things will be less than the population, then the population faces the problems which are very bad for the population. Next, solution of food problems. Food is the basic need of life. Without food, no one can live. From technical point of view, the solution of the problems of providing sufficient food for human consumption can become in 3 ways. Number 1, by taking adequate measures to reduce the heavy losses which at present occur at all the stages of production, storage, and proper utilization of food stock. Number 2, by improving the present methods of cultivation. If farmers adopt the mechanized method, then they can increase the production of the crops or the food products that help to cut the shortage of food. Number 3, by determining the nutritional value of materials essential for life and nutritional requirement of a man. Recently, the scientists have been able to find satisfactory solutions of these complex problems. Atomic energy holds a good promise for a better and happier life for the present and future generation. Dear students, this is the end of the chapter. Here is the homework for you. You will do on your notebooks. Here are the short questions. You will write the answer. Number 1 question, define urbanization. Number 2, name any 3 classes of non-agriculture of village life. Number 3, enlist 3 characteristics of population of Pakistan. Question number 4, what are 3 factors of migration from rural area to urban area? Thank you. Goodbye.